before I sat on this table. Something's wrong with it, so it's moving. But I already have all my stuff out, so we're just gonna wing it, all right? We're gonna start the reading with loving words from Jesus. It is very breezy, so I'm going to play it by ear and see how that goes, okay? We're gonna get into some energies that are a little darker today, and then we're gonna get into the regular tarot over here on this side. I just decided to do something a little bit for everyone, but first things first, always start with Creator, right? My name is Victoria Violet. This is Gypsy Roots Tarot Travel, and I hope you have had a great weekend so far. This is not a one-to-one reading, so please do not ask for cards. Careful with your comments. Keep them nice. If you can't say anything nice, please don't say anything at all. Anything that you'd like to share with us today? All right, so we've got our 3 cards. First thing it says here, and again, loving words from Jesus. I love this deck, by the way. It's just very soothing, very calming. It says, your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Matthew 6:32. 6:32. And I think that's true. God always knows what we need, more so than what we know, right, that we need. And the reason is because he's our Father, so he knows us better than we know ourselves. He's all-knowing. At least that's what the Bible says, right? And I've known that to be true in my own personal walk with him. So I will tell you that they, when I say they, the archangels, because they work under him, they all know what you need. Especially if you supplicate, if you pray. I'm often in prayer. Hi again to everyone. Thank you for being here. So don't think that they don't hear you. Don't think they don't know what your needs and necessities are. Now, why am I saying that first? I'm saying that to say sometimes we don't get what we want. And that's not because God doesn't want it for us, as far as like, you know, being a mean parent, trying to keep things from you, etc. No. But sometimes the things we want for ourselves, he does keep from us at times, and that's because it's not for our greater good. So as much as we want it, as much as we would ask for it over and over again, and careful what you ask for, because they're always listening, okay? But just be careful, because not everything is meant for you. And when I say you, I mean us as a whole. So be careful, okay? But he does know what you need and what you want. He does know that. Again, Matthew 6:32. Forgiven shall be forgiven. Hi, Shell. Morning to everyone. Hope everyone's having a beautiful weekend. Now, I think this one is harder than anything that God asks of us as human beings. Forgive. Especially when you've been hurt. Especially when the people that hurt us seem to be so callous and uncaring. Like they don't care the damage that they're doing to you. Good morning to everyone. They don't care, or at least seemingly the way that they behave with you, they don't seem to care what they're doing to you. They don't seem to care about the pain they're inflicting on you. I get it. Trust me. I've been on this earth for 60 years now, and I get it. But we have to find a way to forgive. Now, I didn't say forgive and forget what people do to you. I didn't say forgive and let them keep coming at you, okay? Good morning again to everyone. That's where the lesson comes in. And I think that's the hardest lesson as well, is, okay, well, it's confusing. If I forgive them, I'm supposed to be okay with them. No. That means you're okay with letting it go, letting go of whatever's happened. It doesn't mean letting them come back in so that they can do it again. But it does mean forgiving the action I always like to say it like this. I don't like your actions. I like you, but I don't like your actions. So there's a difference. The person may or may not go forth and do the same thing to you again, right? Or people. But you're giving them the opportunity to change. You're giving them the opportunity to find a way of earning true forgiveness, which is coming back into your life and being one with you again, either as a friend, as a lover, right? Whatever. And that's what it's all about. But as far as forgiving the actions, that's what you're forgiving. You're forgiving the actions because you don't want to keep that within your person, within your spirit, within your soul. You don't want to carry that around. That's their junk. Be not afraid, only believe. If anybody's going on a journey, spiritual or otherwise, and you need to have a lot of courage right now for changes that are trying to come about in your life, Mark 5:36, because you have to have faith. You have to have faith. You have to have belief in yourself. You have to know that you're not alone. You're never alone. We're never alone. God is always with us, okay? All right, let's go on. We're going to start with the dark, and then we're going to go and lighten that up as we go along. So let me put these away. And we're going to start with the dark mirror. This dark mirror and Aleister Crowley deck are a little bit dark to me. And I just wanted to check in for those. Oh, my third eye is itching. For those that always want to check on their cross watcher, we're going to give that the opportunity to come out all by itself. Okay? Because I have come to find that if I don't do it this way, Spirit wants to talk about the cross watcher anyway. And then I end up doing a reading that's geared solely to the cross watcher. And it drives me crazy. I don't think I need these right now. This is a beautiful day, but it is a little more crisp. It was very cold in the morning when I rose from bed. And of course, being by the water, which I try, you can see it a little bit right in there. You can see a little smidgen of the water. I tried sitting at the other table, which wouldn't have been rocking, so I'm sorry if it's rocking. But the breeze is such right now that my cards would have ended up on the bottom, and I would have had to run like 100 or more, 150 or 200 paces just to go get one card. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So again, we're going to start with the dark, and we're tapping in to someone that you are away from or possibly not in contact with. What's going on in their world, please, with the cross watcher? I'm getting, it's not a pain in my stomach. It's like when you have fear. Dark mirror. When you have a lot of fear, when you have apprehension, the stomach has been called the second brain. And not going into medicine as to why, but wow, you see that breeze on my hair? I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my cards. Your gut, your solar plexus, right? Where your stomach is, right there, right about your belly button area, right about your diaphragm area, your solar plexus. When you have a gut feeling, some people call it a hunch, you feel it right in there. When you have fear, I don't know about you, I feel it here, and I feel it in my solar plexus when I feel danger. So in Spanish, it's called suicidio, which means that you're having a premonition, you're having an aviso, you're being advised, you're being told something's about to change or something's about to come, or to fear something. So that's what I'm feeling, but from the person that I'm picking up on this morning. Anything you'd like to tell us, please, about the cross watchers, Libra cross watchers, please, and thank you. All right, there we go. All right, let us begin. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it 1-to-1, meaning one showing you and then putting it down, because it's so breezy, I don't want to lose the cards. Now I do need my glasses. Power. Wow. So the 4 of coins, someone is looking into their power, and they are obsessed with power. Obsession and power. Someone is obsessed with having power, or the power that their finances, because it is the 4 of discs, the 4 of coins, brings them. So stop and think about that. Somebody is more concerned about their coins than anything. 3 of coins here. So we're very much in tune with finances today, aren't we? Oh, perchance to dream. This person is very, very into their finances right now. Sorry. Very much into their finances right now. My goodness. Either they're having a lot of problems with their finances, or they're just someone that is truly obsessed with money. A truce. We have the 4 of swords. A truce. 4 of swords. Interesting. Huh. Never saw that on this card. The 4 of swords is a need to rest. So giving something a rest, right? Stopping. I'm going to stop. I'm going to give it a rest. I need rest. I'm going to give it a rest. I'm going to stop. The 4 of swords. But this is why I said, I never saw the Libra symbol down there. And to me, that was extremely surprising, because I'd never seen the Libra symbol down there. But we do know for a fact that swords are connected to air sign. Okay? So a truce is being called about money. Because they were masquerading. Either they were masquerading as to how much money they had, or they were masquerading and they're tired of presenting to people, like keeping up with the Joneses, stuff like that. Thank you. And again, hello to everyone. The Emperor. Interesting. What does the Emperor want to tell us now? Alone in the world. The Emperor, really? The Emperor feels alone in the world. Oh my, that's a horrible way to feel. But I will say something. When you decide to walk in the light, a lot of times you are by yourself. It's just a fact. There are, not that they go sharing like I do. I'm an open book about a lot of things. A lot of things. I'm not even gonna lie, okay? But I will tell you this, if you're a true light worker, some people are calling themselves chosen ones, star seeds, etc., you are going to be alone the majority of your life, unless your twin flame decides to fly right and start walking this life with you. You are going to be alone. It's just the way it is, unfortunately, okay? But this person is feeling alone in the world, but they have power. The Emperor has power. So I'd rather have power as far as, how can I say this where you're going to understand what I mean? I'm not talking about power over people. I'm talking about power over my life. I would rather have power over my life. Okay? Power over my life. I would rather have that. And know that I have all my ducks in a row and be alone than to be with someone and be miserable. Does that make sense? Because that's just, why am I going to do that? The Knight of Swords, something coming in really quickly. As you see, this, I was going to say this bird has wings. This horse has wings. So just like Pegasus, it's ready in flight, ready in flight. And the knight is ready to fight because the swords are out. Look how swiftly they're flying. They're flying just as fast as the birds. Okay, so you have your Knight of Swords foreboding or forewarning you that this Emperor is feeling alone. Then you have adjustment. There has to be a balance. So they're coming in. I believe the Knight of Swords is coming in to provide balance. Adjustment. And again, see the Libra symbol down there? So if this is not a Libra reading, I don't know what is. Blinded to pain. They have to adjust. These people that are from your past exes, they have to adjust because they were blind to pain at one time. They were blinded to your pain. So those adjustments must be made before they are allowed by God, Creator, Spirit, or even the arcs to come back into your life. How are they going to come back into your life if they're still blinded by pain or to your pain? And then they're coming in just to harm you again? That doesn't sound like a good plan to me. The Hanged Man. Now this is a true hanged man, because on every aspect they're tied and bound. Unlike the Weight Rider deck, you see how they have rope? They have right here a nail, right? And then each hand, it's like a crucifixion type, okay? So this is a true hanged man in the state that it's in, and a reverse Ankh, okay, is what they're hanging from with one foot. The Ankh is power. The Ankh is power. So although in this one they are really literally being tied and bound and nailed to something, they're also being shown by the Ankh, and it looks like the rays of the sun. And even we can see the snake down here, coiled. There's a lot of power in this position that this particular card is showing us. And what it's showing us is when we're ready to take the power, it's there, okay? It's also knowledge. There's knowledge that this person is gaining while they are in the position of the hangman. The knowledge could be of any sort, but since we're doing a reading, it's most likely asking this person to find out why they couldn't see your pain. Why couldn't they see your pain? Why? Why couldn't they see the pain they were causing you? So that's why they're in this state. They're trying to figure themselves out, okay? Okay? So that's what they're trying to figure out. Again, this is not a one-to-one reading, but I do thank y'all for being here. The snake is representing power just like the Ankh, but of a different kind. With the snake, they're very deadly, most of them, right? Hi there. But also a snake, what it signifies is the shedding of skin. So in trying to figure out why they were so blinded to the pain they were causing you, they need to not only figure it out, but become different, come out the other side changed. And that's what the snake represents. Not only power, but there's power in changing because you gained the experience, the knowledge, okay? And the knowledge from down here, which could be deadly if it's not used right. And all knowledge is good. Why am I saying that? Well, since we're reading into something dark right now, even the Bible, please don't shoot the messenger, even the Bible can be used for good or bad, because there's a lot of curses in the Bible. And a lot of people that are practitioners, pagan, moreover on the dark side, meaning the black magic only, they have used the Bible especially if they're satanic. They've used the Bible because of the curses to curse people. God is a good and merciful God, don't get me wrong. But our Father, he's wicked mean when he wants to be, but it's justified, but he still can dish it out like nobody's business. So again, power is knowledge and knowledge is power. The more power you have, the more knowledge that you can obtain. But the more enlightenment, which is what the hangman is trying to gain here, that you get and obtain, the more that you can see things. So that too is power. So it's all in the way that you use the power and the knowledge that is given to you. And that's why a lot of people get into trouble that are practitioners, because, and I love my pagans, so please don't write nasty things in the comments. I love my pagans. I'm a pagan myself, a pagan Christian. But the point is, there's those that are born with the power, and then those that have to work for the power. And that's when you get in trouble, because you start getting into esoteric things like Crowley did, Aleister Crowley, and it went to a very dark side, and you don't need to go there, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why the adjustment here is being asked for from these people that I'm picking up on, which are your exes. They need to go within and they need to figure out, why were they so blind to your pain? Why were they so blind to the pain they were causing you? Why? Was it because they really didn't care? Was it because they're so callous? Was it because they have a dark black heart? Was it because they really are satanic? Meaning that they didn't even realize it, but they were more towards the dark than the light. They're being asked to go within and check that out. Why? Why did they cause so much pain? Because of the lust. That's why. They're already giving us the answer. It's the lust. It's the lust. That's what it was. The lust makes people do really, really bad things. Calling the storm. Let's see who's calling the storm. They're calling the storm. They're trying to be courageous. They're trying to be strong. They're calling in the storm. What is it, Spirit, that the storm is supposed to be doing for this individual or these people? The Hermit. The storm is within them right now. I'm telling you, the storm is inside of these people that I'm picking up on. And the storm is trying to enlighten them. Almost like it's coming in to change. It's coming in to cleanse. The storm is coming in to enlighten, like we saw with the hangman. The storm is coming in to remove anything that is unnecessary and unneeded and no longer of value to this person's life. That's what the storm is about to do. The Three of Wands, because virtue has to be restored. Virtue has to be restored. And that's why the Hermit was called in, because there was no virtue. If you have no wisdom, how can you have virtue? Does that make sense? How can you have virtue if you have no wisdom? You're not going to know the difference. All you're going to know is how to hurt people, because you're blinded to the pain that you're causing. So the storm has come in. In other words, the storm is actually the dark night of the soul that this person or people that I'm picking up on is going through. Because they're having regret. Now that they're allowing light into their life and into their heart, now they're feeling the regret. Now they're starting to see, oh wow, I guess I could have been a better person. I could have been different. I could have handled things differently. I could have said this, that, or the other, instead of what I actually said. I could have maybe tempered my mouth, my words. I could have maybe shown that I had better values, but I didn't. Prince of Swords. This person has been spying on you in some way, shape, or form. If you do have social media, they have been spying on you in some way, shape, or form. They feel like you are their complete happiness. And they want to make a move towards you with the Chariot. But they have to get rid of that pride. That stubborn pride is what doesn't let them move forward, to come to you, to ask for forgiveness for one. For one. Asking for forgiveness through the gilded regret, I mean, that's gonna take something. And the reason I'm saying that is because some of these people are unaccustomed to having to ask for forgiveness for their downfalls, for their errors. I'm not gonna say ugly things, but for their mistakes. They're not accustomed to asking for forgiveness. They're not. And the reason is because they're swelled up in pride. They have too much pride. Okay? So that change remains to be seen with the Two of Coins, the Two of Discs. That change is not going to happen until this person can get out of their ego, their arrogance, get out of allowing themselves to be kept in limbo by their own pride, their own stubbornness. The Empress is here. Beautiful card. And very quickly, with the Eight of Wands here, the swiftness, there's a defeat with the Five of Swords. The temple of my body. Who do you allow to come into your body or towards your body? Hi, everyone. Not everybody should be allowed, and I'm sorry, but this is an adult channel. Anybody under 18 needs to get the fuck off because we don't want you here. You don't belong here, for your own protection. The temple of my body is here to say the Empress is saying, hell no. Hell no. My body, my temple is sacred to me. And not everybody belongs inside of my temple. Not everybody gets to touch my temple. Not everybody has a right to my temple. It's a Four of Cups. So someone thinking of opulence, thinking of having many, you know what I mean? Many. And so sometimes that's why you've got to say, no, this is my temple. My body's my temple. No, you're not coming near my temple. Princess of Discs. So the Page of Coins here. Look how beautiful they are. I want something of substance is what the Empress is saying. You're not coming near me unless you've got something you can actually offer me. Here we have the Death card that's trying to bring about change. One more. The Queen of Discs is here. This is a harder energy. With the Six of Swords. So this Empress is taking a harder look even at herself. I say her because it's the Empress. Taking a harder look even at herself. Not just this person is changing or trying to change or is Spirit trying to get them to change, to grow up, to level up spiritually, to enlightenment, to see others' pain. But even the Empress is leveling up, if that's even possible, because once you get to the Empress status, really you don't have anywhere to go. But the Empress is leveling up to have feelings at current that are that of the Queen of Coins. In other words, I'm minding my own business. I'm going to smoother waters. I'm carrying myself on that boat, that ship, that vehicle to calmer waters, and I'm moving myself forward. And I'm concerned about my finances, about my safety, about my security, about my material, physical, and that's it. I'm not concerned with you wanting to touch my temple and you wanting to bring your wand about or any of that, you know? So that's where the Empress is right now. The Knight of Discs. The Six of Discs. And the Five of Cups. When the Empress, okay, and let me tell you, the Empress has gone through a lot to become the Empress, okay? The Empress has gone within her own self to become the Empress. She had to go through all four queens, Libra, Queen of Swords, right? She first had to start with herself, gain mastery, knowledge, self-knowledge of herself, why things happened. What did I do? What part did I have to play in all of this? Before she could move on to all the other queens. So when she's become the Empress, she's already gained that clout, that status, and stayed and remained in that status. She doesn't have to worry about floundering. Oh, I'm going back to the Queen of Swords. I'm going back to the Queen of this or that or the other. No, she's gained the status and she's there because she knows herself. She knows what part she played in all of this and how she allowed all of this to come about. Because we have to understand that too, okay? We have to understand that even though they're the ones that did something bad to us by their actions, who allowed it? And you can say, oh, Victoria, I didn't allow it. Yeah, you did. Because when they started showing their true colors, we could have just up and taken our cards, our toys, our tools, our home, our clothing, our items, whatever, and left. But we didn't. We remained to continue on that journey with them. Now, some of us stay because we have hopes. We have hopes that these people will one day be enlightened, one day open up, one day wake up. Okay? So I understand all of that. Okay? But at the same time, we have to understand what part we played. Why? Not so we can help them. If they don't want help and they don't listen to reason, so be it. But because we need to know what part we played so we don't allow that with the next person that comes with the same character, the same characteristics, and a different face. Does that mean something to you? Because I know it does to me, okay? Being gullible is okay because naivete, certain types is beautiful, that you still have that within your person. It's a natural thing for you to be loving, kind, and to be, how should I say, like, open, receptive, right? But at the same time, people can come in to take our, what's left of our innocence, okay, and use it because they see it as their gain. They see that you're innocent and they think that that means you're gullible and stupid. And I'm not saying this to hurt anybody. I'm a Libra too. So what the Empress has done is gone within her own self. She's already gone through the hangman for her own self. She's already been there. She's already done the work. She's already done the, why did this happen? And how can I get this to stop in general, overall, across the board? Anybody new coming towards me? How do I get it to stop? Now, She's not only gotten it to stop, now she's gotten to the point of, I'm comfortable enough as the Empress to pull out any queen I need. Again, guys, just because you're a man doesn't mean that this is not for you. I'm just talking about how the Empress works. So she's so comfortable switching from the Queen of Swords, which is Libra, an air sign, to the Queen of Coins, which is this one, to the Queen of Cups, to the Queen of Wands when she wants to be passionate, right? With her fire and feeling. So right now she's pulling this one out, which is the Queen of Coins, and saying, I'm all about the Benjamins. I'm all about my security. If you come at me, I might take you into consideration, but right now, I'm not about going through trial and errors with anybody. I'm about trying to not only raise my security, but keep my security, because that's what's important to me right now. In the past, maybe I was too much in the Queen of Cups energy. Was too loving, too kind, too giving, too open, too receptive. And I didn't expect the other person to give. And when they didn't give, I didn't hold them accountable to that. Okay? So now it's like, okay, you're coming in, and she's talking about the cross watcher. You're coming in, and you are coming in to try to entice my body, my temple. How about you entice my intellect? How about you tell me what you can do for me, not only right now, the right here, right now, which is the instant gratification. Tell me what you can entice me with for the future. And then I might be interested. So the Empress has graduated. The Empress has graduated. There is no way that this Empress is going to be taken backwards. Whoever comes into this Empress life is not only going to have to honor her temple, but also honor her intellect, honor her personal growth, honor where she is, and meet her where she is, or at least have the desire to step up the game and grow in a spiritual sense. Because if not, it's just not going to work. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work, because she's already collected her degrees, shaken the hand of the person, God, creator, the arcs, and said, thank you. And they've said, you've earned this. And it's true. And it took a long time for this Empress to earn this, because the Empress was so in their cup energy that all they thought about giving to the world, to their significant others, to children, parents, family, a man, a woman, was all the love that they had within. They couldn't think about finances, about getting ahead, because that's not who they were. And they too had to come in, okay? They too had to come in and adjust. It's not just this cross watcher. And let me go a little step further. We all have to make adjustments in order to gain maturity and balance and footing in life. We all have to go through that trial and error season of our lives. There's no way for you as a human being to get from being blinded to people's pain or suffering, and then all of a sudden gain enlightenment, unless there's only one of two ways. One, it takes years to gain enlightenment and then want to stay there because it took you so long and it was so painful. The process was so excruciating that you're not going to allow anybody to come in and mess with your peace, mess with your status, and how far you've gotten. Or two, you had a a near-death experience or a catastrophic type of experience that catapulted you into going within yourself and then gaining enlightenment in a short period of time. There's only those two ways, and whichever way that you did it, those are two very rough ways, and you at that point are not going to want someone to come in and mess with your peace of mind, with your status, as far as having the balance, as far as knowing what's what, as far as knowing that if you're going to allow people from the past back in, they have to come in either healed, healing, or the desire to begin the healing process. And that's just the way it goes. And if they're not wanting to do that, either via words or via displaying of their character, and not wanting to get with the program, as they used to say in the military, you shouldn't take them back. Now, with that said, I always tell you guys, you have free will that God has given you, that God has given me. All of us that are having a human experience have received a thing called free will. So because of that, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you need to do. I'm not even going to tell you what you should do. I'm just going to tell you how it is. And the rest is up to you. You have this journey to figure out. I'm only here as a lamppost to put light onto certain circumstances for you, so that you can see that maybe you need to do things just a little bit differently, so things can come out a little better or different for you the next time. And that's what the journey is all about, is learning from your experiences so that you don't have to go through the same experience over and over again. Because it's like the movie Premonition. Have you ever watched the movie Premonition with Sandra Bullock? She wakes up to the same thing each day. And each day, as she goes along, she starts realizing, I've got to get smarter so I can get further along the next time. Because if I don't, I keep waking up to the same day every day. And aren't we that way in life? We wake up and we're doing the same thing every day, day in and day out. Our life is not different. Our life is not filled with joy. It's filled with the same misery every day, and we wonder why. Because we haven't sat and contemplated as to what is going on and why we're miserable, or why is our life this way or that way, and how can we change it? Can we change it? Do we have the courage? Because that's what it was showing for the cross watcher. They have to have the courage to change it. As a matter of fact, yesterday's reading, we talked about the word courage and what it means, or how you pronounce it in Spanish. Okay? Hi everyone. Courage in English, I think the majority of us know that courage and valor are the same thing. Courage translated into Spanish is coraje. Okay? But if we start from the get-go, we start with anger. Anger gives us courage most of the time. Anger and fear. We've got to get courage to get out of those. But let's use the word anger. Anger in Spanish is coraje. It means somebody pissed you off. But it also means courage in High English, as they used to say in Germany. So it's High English, High German, High English. So in other words, at college level English, courage and coraje mean the same thing. You have to have enough courage in order to get yourself out of situations that are no longer working for you, or never worked for you, and you just the light bulb never came on until now. And that's okay to learn, better late than never, right? But it's not okay that you feel all the time like you've got to make a change, or something's got to be different, and then you don't make a difference, you don't change, you don't move forward. Okay, let's move on to something a little more light now. Spirit, we've already talked about the dark. We don't want to know about the dark anymore. We thank you for that information, for that person. And now that we know that we are going towards an more enlightened state, and want to remain there, Give us information as to how to remain in that enlightened state so that we don't have to go backwards anymore. And we can just simply move forward in life, unencumbered. Please and thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 6 only because there's enough room here. All right. The bottom of the deck. 8 of coins. Okay, bottom of the deck. So you have the 10 of Wands, which are very large. I shouldn't even put these on, but I don't know if these are, yeah, they are. They're big enough for me to see. You have the 10 of Wands, you have the Empress, the Page of Cups, the Star, the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and we're using the Archangel Tarot cards as well. Okay, so we're going to layer and see what comes out. Okay, Spirit, for our 10 of Wands. Sorry, guys, but if you can hear the breeze, if you can hear the wind, yeah, I don't want my cards flying about if they don't have to. Okay, for the 10 of Wands, please and thank you. Can you please give us more information on the 10 of Wands? I mean, just the 10 of Wands by itself, as I just finished saying in reference to what came out for the Empress, which I will state, the Empress came out again. She's the second card in. You have 2 major arcana sitting on the table as well, okay? For the 10 of Wands, can you please be more specific? I know and I understand that what you're trying to tell us is that you've worked really hard to get to this status. And I feel that. Okay. Clarify the 10 of Wands first, please, and thank you. My hands are cold, by the way. I'm trying not to shiver, but my hands are cold. It's cold today. Anytime you're by the water, it's going to be cold. 10 of Wands, please. Cards feel super thick today for some reason, and there's no real need for them to feel that way, which is really weird. It's not like I've never used them before. So the 10 of Wands is talking about the 9 of Gabriel. Okay? Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility, environmental activism. So anybody out there that wants to work with the environment, make sure that we have clean water, clean air, etc. That's good. But this mostly is talking about your environment, and just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. And be ready for anything, because change is upon you. And anything can change at any moment. So be prepared this week coming. Be prepared for anything. If you want another job, if you are at a job and you want a raise, you want a promotion, be prepared for anything. If you're looking for a house, you're looking to buy a house, anything. If you're looking to get into a relationship and somebody talks to you at the store and it seems like they're into you, talk to them. There's nothing wrong with that. Hi to everyone. Okay, so be prepared for anything. But mostly the 10 of Wands is here to tell us we've worked damn hard to get to a certain status or certain point in our lives. And in order to remain there, we need to be open to possibilities, okay? How about the Empress, please, and thank you. Anything you'd like to tell us about the Empress? Empress, 2 of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision. It will all be better if you just make a decision over analyzing a problem. Find a compromise. So even yourself, if somebody should come back to your life, what can you compromise? What's a deal breaker? What can you compromise on? What is a deal breaker? What can you compromise on? And the other thing is that person, which is the cross watcher, needs to already stop analyzing things over and over and over again. Yes, you are a unicorn. I mean, that's what they are pictured on the darn card. You're 2 unicorns trying to come to each other, towards each other, and for each other. But there has to be a compromise. There has to be a meeting place. But as the Empress, you can't compromise too low, because you would be shooting yourself foot, okay? Well, I'll tell you what, mixed onions, that's your opinion, and you have the right to your opinion, just like I have a right to do what I'm about to do. Take care. You can't take my birthright from me. You can't take my blood from me. What an idiot that is, and what a hate mongerer. That's why genocides happen. But let's continue. Page of Cups. And normally I don't even look up, you guys. I've just been seeing hi, and I've just been saying hi back. But that one, obviously, I was meant to look at. Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here, please? And thank you. Why is the Page of Cups here? Oh, those two just, they flipped right into the other. Two of Gabriel. We got two of Michael. Now we have two of Gabriel. Make a bold and ambitious choice. Oh, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Look at that. It's time to come into union with someone with the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is always offering an invitation, offering something of wealth to you, because it's a cup, and it could be love. It's a fish, so it could be wealth. It could be anything, okay? I'm sorry that you keep dreaming about people you don't want back. Put some salt by your bed, not a lot, maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon in a little piece of aluminum foil, and put it by your bed, like your nightstand or windowsill or anything like that, and see if that works, okay? Keep the bad away if you don't want them back. But if you do want them back, but you're just saying that, don't do that, because it'll keep people away. The Star. What do we want with the Star, please, and thank you? What do we need to know about the Star? What do we need to know about the Star? What do we need to know about the Star? Solutions. Number 14, Archangel Zachiel. Success that comes from objective compromise. What did I just say, guys? Somebody needs to compromise. Two cards already said compromise. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. And that's with the Star. Let me cover her up here. That's with the Star. I came out with the Star, accompanying the Star. So there's a lot of luck, good auspicious energy here, which means good luck, is here from the Star. There's a give and take though, because if you look, even with the compromise, I can understand that, because trying to cover the parts that I'm not supposed to be showing. You see how she's pouring from one into the other, onto the earth? There's a compromise. There has to be a give and take. If you want this person in your life, and I'm talking to both the Cross Watcher as well as the Libra Collective, if you don't want them, then you don't want them. Like Jovan said, doesn't want them back. Okay, then that's fine. There's no give and take that needs to occur. But if you do have someone that comes back towards you, trying to come back into your life, there has to be a give and a take. How much are you willing to bend and fold? As the Empress, I'm here to tell you, I'm not suggesting and I'm not forcing this on you. I'm just giving you the facts of the cards and the reading. As the Empress, if you're to remain in that status, you cannot compromise too much, okay? All right. Four of Swords, because then they will have the upper hand, and it's not about having the upper hand in general, but if it's been a power struggle in the past, it's because they've wanted extreme control over everything, every single thing in your life that concerns them. Sometimes that's not a good thing unless you're somebody that likes other people to lead you. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But if it's not the case, there's no reason to give extreme compromise on either side, unless the other person won't be willing to bend or fold at all. Four of Swords, please. Four Swords, please and thank you. Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause. Instinctively knowing just what to do. So in this instance, this person is not sitting here, or should I say laying here, trying to sleep. They're in contemplation. And the contemplation is how to move forward. What can I do? And trying to listen to your instincts. Trying to take action for a great passionate cause. But you got to be confident. Got to be confident. There's just no way around that. I think they're talking to the cross watcher at this point. I don't think they're talking to the Libra collective. You need to be confident. If you want to make a bold move, you need to be confident. You need to move forward with the challenge that's before you. I hate to call it a challenge, but it is. It's not a problem. It's not even an issue. It's more of a challenge. And the challenge is finding the courage. The challenge is finding the right words. The challenge is finding where can I compromise? On what am I willing to bend and fold? And if you're not willing, crosswatcher, to bend and fold on anything, then it's probably best to leave the Libra collective the way that they are currently and just don't even go there. What is the Ace of Pentacles, please? I almost said the Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. This is a good lesson for me. I'm having to use my solar plexus quite a bit right now because I don't know if you can see this, but the table is doing waffling. I don't even understand why. Seven of Michael for the Ace of Pentacles. There's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. You know, some people here may be accustomed to working alone. Maybe because you've been alone for a while or because you don't trust people. Maybe it's time to collaborate with someone. That's what I'm seeing, okay? I keep seeing this one card and it keeps drawing my attention. So I'm going to pull that out. And I'm going to pull this out. Divine guidance. Archangel Sandalphon. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. For those that are trying to figure out life or try to figure out, you know, their finances or career or anything like that. Divine guidance is something that needs to be taken into consideration. But also listening and surrounding yourself with wise people and friends. That's going to be people that want your greater good. Not necessarily want to give you their advice because that's the way they see things for your life. It's what is best for you. And a lot of times we have to be careful with the friend portion because friends sometimes can be jealous of us. And they don't want you to be with somebody because they don't like that somebody. Even if you could be very happy with that somebody. So you got to be careful with that. They might be jealous in this instance about money, concerning finances. So you've got to be very, very careful about giving in to people who are giving you advice. It has to be sound advice. It has to make sense. And it has to be non-biased. All right. This is what kept trying to come out. And I was trying to ignore it, but it kept drawing my eyes back to it. King of Gabriel. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Again, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. I'm sorry, I don't know why I almost said Gemini. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So we're looking at a compassionate king of Gabriel who is dramatic and driven, but somehow important to you, because let me tell you, he wanted to come out and he kept showing himself every time I was shuffling, and I was like, no, I don't want that. And Spirit was like, yeah, you need to grab it. So somebody may be coming into your life, either somebody old or somebody new to your life. I don't know. I don't know. It could be either or. Okay? Especially since some of y'all stated you don't want the old person back. And I hear you. You know, if you've given people so many chances, it's kind of hard to want people back when all they do is come back with empty promises and don't change. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen eventually. The good thing is we're done with that portion. Let me go pick up the other cards before they fly further, okay? Hold on. Believe it or not, normally what I've been doing, because it's been so breezy, is I've been picking up the cards and I literally just scooch them all up and put them in my bag. And then once I'm back in the vehicle, safe and sound, then I go ahead and put them away where they belong. And I think that's what I'm going to do right now, just so I don't lose them. Okay? Put that box in there too, because I don't need it. Put the remainder of my tarot in there. And I'll leave these out just in case I need them. Spirit, we're closing our reading, and we just wanted to see if you had any other beautiful things to tell us that we need to know about ourselves, the cross watchers, life, finances, or even protection. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Spirit? Please and thank you. Spirit has me shuffle sometimes in really weird ways, and I just go with it because they run the show. God runs the show. I think it's funny that that stupid ass person wrote that to me, because that's like saying if you're Mexican and that's your lineage, that's like saying you're not Mexican. Who are you to fucking tell me who and what the fuck I am? You don't have my DNA in your hands. You don't get to say that to me. If I'm German and I say I'm German and that's what I write in there, you don't get to tell me I'm not German, because that's none of your fucking business, first of all. And that's how the Holocaust happened. And let me tell you something, and I am angry right now. I've been trying to contain my anger since I deleted that person's stuff. But let me tell you something. My people, and I'm only part Romani, I'm only half Romani, but I'm very proud of being Romani. You guys call us gypsies. But let me tell you something that pisses me off. Big time, big time. And it's not to put any shade onto the Jewish people. Not at all, not at all. I love all peoples. I don't care what color, nationality you are, etc. Unless you're a satanic son of a bitch, or you're somebody that kills in the name of Allah. I don't care what you are, what you do. But my people aren't even talked about when they mention the Holocaust. There were Jews and there were Romani people that were exterminated and thrown into those pits and thrown into the gas chambers, which I've visited in Auschwitz. They never mention my people. So how dare you insinuate that I don't have a right to call myself Romani? Fuck you. You don't have a right to call yourself a human being. How about that? Motherfuckers. Anything else, Spirit? And that really ticks me off, because the only place that you can see Romani mentioned at all is in the museum. I think it's the Metropolitan Museum of Art that's in Washington, D.C. Do they ever talk about my people that were in those chambers? Did they ever talk about the fact that the experiments of putting salt water into their veins? I've seen the photos. I gave a talk when I was in junior college concerning that. How dare these assholes come on and do whatever. I've had some really bad trolling. I've been called a transgender. I've been called so many different names. It pisses me off, but I get over it. But don't fucking mess with my ethnicity. Don't fucking do that, because you have no fucking words to involve yourself in my ethnicity and in my DNA. So fuck off. God have mercy on you when you go meet your maker. That's how people get genocide. That's how people get exterminated, because of people asinine like that. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Sorry, guys, but don't fuck with me. I'm a Libra. I'm very even-tempered. I'm very, very nice and sweet. But don't fuck with me, because you're going to get the horns. All right, friends, family, possibly children. Friends, family, children. Friends, family, possibly children, and a termination. There is a discussion that is going to have to be taking place in reference to children, a relationship that is going to end. So for some of you that may be experiencing is that shell? I can't see without my glasses, dear. Let me finish, and then I'll read whatever you wrote, okay? So for some of you that are actually going through a divorce and have children, family and children are going to have to be addressed. Meaning you're going to have to talk to the family. You're going to have to tell the children that this relationship is being terminated. Termination, divorce. Okay? That's the first message. I'll put that under there so it doesn't have to fly around. Is there anything else, Spirit? I am colder than I don't know what, and my body wants to shiver, and I don't want to get sick, because last night, all through yesterday, I was sick as a dog. I thought I had COVID. I thought I had the flu. It was bad. I had to do my own remedies at home to get out of that. So right now I'm feeling sniffles because I'm cold. And so 2 more messages, and then we're going to do one of the angel cards, and I'm done, okay? And I'll read your message in just a minute, okay? There's an unbreakable bond which is ending. They keep saying the same thing. There's a marriage that is ending. Unbreakable bond that is ending. And they want you to know that. For some of you, there is a cross watcher who's getting a divorce. End of story. For some of you, Libras, you're getting a divorce. Anything else, Spirit? Please and thank you. You keep saying the same thing over and over. I don't know why. Cutting through the bullshit with the Ace of Swords. Coming from the Knight of Swords. Someone may be coming and telling you truths. Only time will tell, because that's a maybe. Anything else, Spirit? There's a lot of arguments going on wherever that person is. There's a lot of vexation going on. There's a lot of backbiting going on. There's a lot of hurt feelings. Those are 2 5s, by the way. And they want a new beginning in love, but obviously not in the same place. 5s are change, guys. So this person is being challenged to change. When I say challenged, It's because sometimes we need a little push. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I don't like it when the same cards come out over and over again. So I shuffle really well and make sure that my cards are not going to read the same way. Somebody's being challenged to change. Somebody's being challenged to look at life in a different way. Somebody's being challenged to make sure that they're listening to God. Not me, not listening to me. Listening to themselves and to God, to their higher self, not just their self, to their higher self. What does that mean? What does it look like? That means that you go above yourself, your supra self, and you listen with your real intuition. A lot of people think, oh, my intuition is telling me X, Y, Z. No, honey, that's your first instinct to make that choice. That may not be what God is telling you. That's a quick judgment. That's what that is. When you're listening to your instinct is telling you how that person really is. That was one of my main gifts when I was a child, was knowing exactly who you were the moment that you came across my path. I knew whether you were a good person, bad person, whether you were you had a black heart or a good heart, whether you were of the light or you were of the darkness, and whether you were the kind of person that was a me person. I hated you the moment I met you, and a lot of times it's because we do have past life encounters with certain people, so it could just be that. But literally, that's my main gift. I can read you like a book. And I don't have to be psychic because I read energies. But we're all psychic anyway. One last card, and then I'm going to read whatever it is you're writing me, Shell, okay? Just hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay? Is there anything you want us to know, please and thank you? Or anything of encouragement left to give us for today? Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Amen and hallelujah. You should always count your blessings. I always tell you guys, be in the gratefulness. Be in the gratefulness. Be in the now. Be in the gratefulness. Be in the gratefulness. Because, as I always tell you, we can go to the grocery store, which I do, at least, what, twice a week? Go to the gas station at least 3 times a week, whatever, depending on how often you travel. And what do you tell the people? Thank you. So why don't you thank your God on a daily basis? Why don't you thank the universe? Why don't you thank the great I am? Why don't you thank the archangels? Why don't you thank Jesus, as y'all call him, source? Why don't you thank him for what you have? Okay? For what you don't have, a flat tire. You don't have an illness. You don't have a headache. You don't have a bad person that you're living with, that you call a significant other. I don't know. There's many reasons to give thanks. All right, let's see. Shall Libras have any health warnings? You want to know in general, for Libras in general, or for yourself? Shell, you still there? Shelly. Your health. Shelly, if you're still there, do you want to know about your health? Besides Shell, we're pretty much done, and I do thank you guys for coming. I love you so much, and I thank you for not writing nasty comments to me, except for the one person, which I got rid of. Shell, do you want to know about your health, yes or no? Because if not, I'm just going to give a generic answer if I don't see anything from you. For Shell. Shell, you're in Canada, right? Oh my, Shell. Have they changed? That's the message that's coming through for you. You're feeling ill may have to do with a man. is what I'm trying to say. It may have to do with a man. It may have to do with whether or not you can trust the man, whether or not you should trust the man, and whether or not he has changed. But he is coming in, I'm telling you. He's coming in. So whether that was the answer, the question you were looking for or not, that's what Spirit wants you to know, Shell. And they want a new life with you. So that's up to you. But that is weakening your immune system because you're worried, you're concerned, and that's what you're going through. I don't see it. It's just a lot of stress, Shell. I don't see you with any kind of illness here. I think you just have a lot of stress because of the thoughts that are going through your mind. Okay? All right, guys. Well, love you. And I hope that this helps in some way. We're all going through a journey. Oh, I didn't do the soul's journey. We're all going through a journey in life. All of us. All of us. And it's not always going to be the same. It's not. That's why it's a general reading. But at the same time, I will tell y'all something. Life can be beautiful or life can be extremely hard. Okay? Life can be beautiful or extremely hard. It's what you make it. Well, you're just going through stress and it is flu season. So take care of yourself. One last message, please. It is cold. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. This whole thing has been on self-love as well as love in general. My God, these winds are gale. My whole bag, which has a shit ton of tarot in there, is wanting to fly off the table. So I have to be very careful with this phone. Because guess what, guys? I just got a phone, but I haven't picked it up from my P.O. box. I got another phone, and that phone is supposed to have more memory. So it shouldn't be, you know, giving me any more problems. And that's what I wanted to do. And so that's what I wanted to wait and tell y'all until like Monday or Tuesday when I actually get it from the box and get it fired up. But let's hope that that one works better, and then I can get a better tripod because this one is a little bit generic, but it's what I have. So it's what I'm using. And it doesn't interfere with the readings, but I can place it further away so that my face doesn't look like it's coming 3D. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope this helps. Shell, take care of yourself. I will take care of myself. I gotta go and warm up my chest because I don't need to get a cold. Yeah, life is what you make of it. So if you're willing to suffer along with the people that are making you suffer, then don't complain, is what Spirit is saying in this reading. But if you're wanting to compromise and you're wanting to change your life, then stop and contemplate on that. Contemplate on how much you're willing to compromise to be with that other person. And what does the compromise look like? Is it a deal breaker? Is it doable? Or is it something that is just not a possibility and you prefer to remain alone? Okay? It's love and light, guys. Look at the Sunday. Let's go look at the lake real quick so you can see why I'm so cold. It is freaking cold. Let's see. Can y'all see the lake? See the breeze upon the water? It's moving, it's giving it ripples. Look at my jacket. Look at my jacket. It's really windy, guys. Really windy. The trees. I just really love it here. That's why I come here. Communing with nature is important. You know, we weren't always in things made out of steel, concrete. We were not always, you know, inside like that. We were meant to be outdoors. We were meant to run around. We were meant to get our hands dirty. That's why people lived to be, you know, so strong and into their older age. That's why I tell you guys all the time. I pray that for myself that I am going to live to be my grandmother's and her sister's age and well into their 80s, if that's what God wants. Much love and light to you guys. I'm freaking cold. I think it's time to go. I think it's time to go, guys, because I'm cold. Bye.